Hi everybody, just doing a video review, as I promised, for Batman v Superman. We're just back from seeing it today, and I have to say, might surprise some people, might not. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. You know, it has its problems, which I'll go through some of them. It has its plus points, I'll go through some of those. But all in all, I think the critics have been very, very hard on this film, and I don't particularly know why. They seem to be focusing so much on the problems and not seeing what was right about the film. And I'll go through some of the points anyway. The critics have, even from my first review, reading it online and everything like that, they've savaged this movie. They've savaged it. At every turn they keep comparing it to Marvel movies, Avengers movies, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. This is not an Avengers movie. It doesn't pretend to be an Avengers movie. It doesn't pretend to be a Marvel movie. It's its own kind of movie. It's not even like any of the DC characters that you're used to. The movie has Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, a couple of guest appearances from other Justice League members, this, that, and the other, but it is its own thing. It's not the Batman you're used to. It's not the Superman you're used to. It's not Wonder Woman that you may have seen before. It's not. It's entirely its own thing. For good and for bad, there is bad points as well. The best parts of the movie, for me, and it's going to surprise a lot of people, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is brilliant as Batman. He's very, very, very good at Batman. He outshines Christian Bale in every sense of the word, because he is Batman, separate. He's Bruce Wayne. He's businessman Bruce Wayne. He's playboy Bruce Wayne. He's able to play the different parts instead of just Christian Bale. He played Batman. That was it. He was a terrible Bruce Wayne. There was no dimension to the character at all. You know, it's a slightly different Bruce Wayne as well, because he's much older, and there's even hints that he may be slightly mentally unhinged. Slightly. Superman is terrible, as he was in Man of Steel. I've said it before. I've said it, and I'll say it until the cows come home. I hate Henry Cavill as Superman. He's a bad actor. All he was a face that was hired to be Superman. The man can't act, and it's not just because of Zack Snyder, director. I've seen him in other films. I've seen him in Guy Ritchie's Man from U.N.C.L.E. He's terrible in that as well. He's just he's a bad actor, unfortunately. Same with Lois Lane. Amy Adams, a perfectly good actress, but she's not given anything to do with Lois Lane. Lois Lane is a ridiculous character, the same as she was. We have to be told that she's this ballsy character, that, you know, oh God, she's like, you know, fighting in a man's world and this, that, and the other. But it was done so much better in even the old original Superman the movie with Margaret Kidder. She was a much better Lois Lane. You didn't have to be told that she was a strong character. It came across on screen that she was a strong character. Wonder Woman in this movie as well. Very little she's in the movie. Very little. Only a guest appearance at most. From what I see, she seems to be an interesting character. I know her from the comics. She's a very good comic character. Won't hide it. She's just not given that much in this movie to know for sure whether her upcoming solo movie is going to be good. The only problem that I have and I hope it doesn't translate much to her own movie, is at times her accent is a little bit hard to understand on screen. She's an Israeli actress. Some people will know her from Fast and Furious movies. For the small amount of time that she's on screen, she's good. Lex Luthor is going to be a polarizing kind of character. It's a completely different take on any of the Lex Luthors that we've seen in other movies. Namely, well, Gene Hackman in the original movies and Kevin Spacey in the most recent Superman Returns. You're going to have to see the movie to judge for yourself whether you like him or not. I admire that they tried something different with the character. He is, to an obvious extent, he is there's something mentally wrong with him. He is, whether it's Asperger's or autism or something, it doesn't even try and hide that there is something kind of a little bit crazy with him. He's very much kind of the same Mark Zuckerberg character that he played in The Social Network. Jesse Eisenberg, good actor. I think he is anyway. He does an interesting take. Some will like it. Some will hate it. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it just as something different. At least it tried to do something different. But again, we'll see. You can judge it yourself. After that, we do have a few guest appearances from other Justice League members with varying different degrees of success. We see The Flash first, which, to be honest with you, I think the casting was completely wrong anyway to start with. It's a young actor called Ezra Miller. He is nothing like the Flash. Doesn't look like the Flash. He's not physically like the Flash. He's completely the wrong fit for it now. And I hope that I'm judged wrong. I hope when his own movie comes around that they do a good job with it, because I love the character. Great character, but I don't have high hopes for it. Aquaman appears in it as well. Terrible. I think he looked the worst of everybody. He looks ridiculous. It shows a scene where he's basically underwater, and I'm not giving away any plot points or anything like that by saying this. It's just a small little appearance. He appears, he's underwater, and the thing that really pissed me off about it was it looks like the guy is holding his breath. And I know this might sound ridiculous, but one of the main things about Aquaman is he can breathe underwater. He doesn't jump into water and hold his breath, for fear of drowning. He's at home and comfortable down in the water, and it didn't look like it on screen. Aquaman, the cast, I can't think of the guy's name at the moment, but he doesn't look anything like Aquaman. If you don't know what Aquaman looks like, look it up online. You'll see a vastly different guy. It's a little bit fearful, to be honest with you, when you look at these characters, because it's all building up to a Justice League movie, and it's a little bit frightening that if these characters don't get good directors behind them, good actors behind them, that they're going to fall flat. And it's the worst thing is this movie, when it comes out, it's going to be immediately compared to the Avengers movies, and they're completely different movies. Marvel is making light-hearted, kid-friendly movies. They're interested in selling toys. They're interested in getting kids into the cinema. DC is taking a slightly different route, and they're going for a more adult-oriented thing. Whether it'll work for them or not at this stage, it's very late in the game. Marvel is way ahead with the amount of movies that they've done. DC is only really starting out now, and the critics are not being kind to this movie. But don't judge the movie before you go and see it. Go and see it. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of problems with it. There is a lot of problems with all comic book movies. You name a comic book movie to me, I'll give you serious problems with it. I think people are looking at this movie through the eyes of, say, the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, that they're expecting to go into this movie and it's going to win an Oscar. It's not. It's a comic book movie. It's getting these characters together. It's building a universe. It's not an Oscar-winning movie. But none of the Marvel movies have been Oscar-winning movies either. So it's not. Go to see the movie. I would highly recommend that you go and see it. Again, you may love it, you may hate it, but do not believe the critical panning that this is getting. I don't know, this is why it's getting hit as hard as it is, but go, judge it for yourself. This is my humble opinion. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks to everybody who liked my prospect of putting up this video, who commented, encouraged me to do it. If you liked it, click like, share, pass it around, whatever you want. If it's good, if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do it again for something else. Next month we have Captain America Civil War. I'm hoping to go and see it maybe opening day if possible, and if you want, I'll put up another video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again.